Hi guys, today we're going to be making a birthday card, or this card could be pretty much for any occasion. I was really inspired by a card I saw a long time ago from Sam at Poodle's Papercraft. She has a really pretty one using the Gorgeous Grunge stamp set. You've probably seen it. I'm going to link her card below. So for the card we're going to make today, first you're going to need some cardstock. This is going to be the card base, which I've already went ahead and scored. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches after it's scored. You're also going to need some coordinating colored cardstock. This is from Recollections. And you're going to need 2 pieces of white. I'm going to have all the measurements below. The stamp set we're going to be using, like I mentioned, is Gorgeous Grunge from Stampin' Up. I also have some green ribbon that coordinates. You can use anything that's going to coordinate with the colors you're going to be stamping with. So the markers we're going to be using, the first one is Margarita Green. This is a Bic Market. And we're also going to be using these chromatics markers from American Crafts. This color is Bubblegum 2. I'll list these colors below as well. And this color doesn't have a name on it, but it's a teal shade that goes well with Bermuda Bay Stampin' Up ink. And speaking of inks, we're going to be using Bermuda Bay, Passion Pink, and Green Galore. Also, you're going to need a butterfly punch. You're also going to need rhinestones. And this is the multi-medium mat that I'm going to use to apply the rhinestones to the butterflies. And if you have a little quick stick or something, even a toothpick with a little bit of removable adhesive on it to help you stick those rhinestones down. You're also going to need some glue. I'll probably be using the Tombow Mono multi-glue or your adhesive of choice. So let's get started. So to get started, I have all of my ink pads open. And I have this large splat mark from the Gorgeous Grunge stamp set already mounted on my clear block. And the part of Sam's card that I really loved was her arrangement of the splatters with the butterflies on top of them. And so that's what I'm going to be taking most of my inspiration from. So I'm going to go ahead and ink up this stamp. And so I'm going to remember that my ribbon is going to be going on this right side. So I'm going to stamp this one just a little towards the left. Just like that. And then before I put the pink away, I'm going to stamp on an envelope here. Just going to stamp it once and then move it just a bit. Kind of give a nice splattery look. That will be our envelope. Okay, so bring this back in and you're just going to want to clean your stamp. I'm just going to use a baby wipe here. I'm going to dry it off. Okay, now I'm going to be using Bermuda Bay. I love this color. I think it's one of my most favorites from Stampin' Up. Okay, so our next color is the Green Galore. And you want these to kind of overlap a bit in the center. And while I have all of my inks out, I'm just going to move in, this is going to be the piece for the inside of the card base. I'm actually going to be stamping this with the Bermuda Bay. Kind of do what we did before, just a nice splatter design. Set that aside. So next up, take your butterfly punch. The one I'm using is from Martha Stewart. And you're going to punch out 3 little butterflies. And we're going to be inking the edges of each one. So here's our butterfly. And I already did the green one and the pink one to save time. So after we've finished that, we're going to get out our card base again. And we're going to start adhering the butterflies onto this. They're going to be adhered just like so. And for that, I'm going to be using my multi-medium mat. Right onto there. And I'm going to take a toothpick. This is a little toothpick holder I got at Target during Christmas time. I think it's really cute. You're going to want to fold the backs just a little bit. And you could also just squeeze the glue right onto here, but you can kind of decide how you want each of these little butterflies, which way you want them facing. Put a little press. And while those are drying, I'm going to take these rhinestones and I'm going to get 6 of them out, 2 for each butterfly. And we're going to color them with alcohol-based markers and matching colors to the ink. I've already colored the blue and the pink using these 2. So next I'm going to color the green ones using this Bic Market pen. And you can use like tweezers or a toothpick to help you hold it. I'm just going to use my nail here and just kind of get all the color on there. They color really quickly and easily. And after they're stuck on the butterfly, you can go back in with your pen and add more ink if you need to. So here are our rhinestones. Okay, so with these, we're going to go ahead and apply these onto our butterflies. And I'm going to take a little bit of this glue and stick it right in the center. And since this dries matte, you won't have to worry about, you know, anything shining through when you're finished. So if you get a little too much on or it kind of goops out a little bit between the rhinestones, it won't show. Oops. And the other end of this has a great little sharp end and then another end that's flat. This is really helpful for these because I throw them all over the place. Okay, so apparently I didn't notice that my camera stopped recording, but I went ahead and put on the rhinestones on each one of these. And now that they're somewhat dry, you can pull up these little wings now, or you can do it later. It really gives a nice look to the card. Okay, so with that finished, I'm going to be applying the ribbon. And this I picked up at our local Piccadilly. I got a bunch of colors from a lady that was selling them. And I like it. So you're just going to measure, you know, you don't need a huge amount because we're just going to be taping it on the other side. So you're just going to take some tape. You need 2 pieces for this. And I'm just going to do one right now. So for the next piece, I'm going to do like a knot style bow, and you're just going to cut another piece of ribbon. And that's going to go right here. You're just going to tie it. And you can do this before you attach it or after. It doesn't really matter. And then go ahead and attach the ribbon to the back of this piece. And then from here you can cut this a little bit shorter. So here it is up close, and this piece measures 3 3/4 by 5. And we're going to be using this piece of pink cardstock, and this is 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to be gluing this one right on top. You just want to center this the best you can. Okay, once you have this, we're going to be adhering this right to our card base. We'll go ahead and use more glue. And you can also use your foam tape if you want to have a little bit of dimension and pop it up. And this card is going to be my friend's birthday card. Her birthday is tomorrow. And her favorite colors are green and pink. I think this card will be perfect, representing 2 of her favorite colors. And then we also need to glue the inside piece. And this measures the same as this butterfly piece, which is 3 3/4 by 5. So I also wanted to mention a good sentiment for this card is the celebration set called Big Day. And this happy birthday right here is great. I think it coordinates really nicely with these splatter marks. It's kind of a fun font. So sometimes what I do is I'll stamp it out on a piece of paper and then I'll line it up where I want it. And I have quite a few different ones like just setting to the side of me so I can kind of play around when I'm stamping my sentiments. So I think it looks good right here. And you could even color these in if you wanted. Or you could even stamp it on the inside of the card, maybe down by these splatters if you like it up at the top. But since it's kind of small, I think I'm going to actually stamp it right here. And I think I will stamp that in maybe the bright pink. I think that might be kind of fun. So there we go. I think that looks pretty cute. So here we have our finished card. And you can give these butterflies wings another pinch. And if you need to, you can even go over anything that you think needs to be a little bit brighter. And here is our envelope that we already stamped, so that's ready to go. Hope you guys like this, and I hope it inspires you to make something as well. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys with another card video very soon. Bye!